What's up, guys? I'm doing another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video, and today we're going to be talking about league play as well as the competitive scene in Black Ops 4. So Treyarch has delayed league play once again. It was initially supposed to come to Black Ops 4 in December of 2018, and then at the beginning of December of 2018, Treyarch put out a blog post and stated that league play wasn't in fact coming in December and that we should expect it in January because league play wasn't ready yet and they wanted to do a little bit more touch-ups on it to make sure that they can ship the best product possible. Well, they said that league play would be coming sometime in January, and here we are now in February. January is over, and Treyarch has said once again that the date for league play is going to be now in February. It is delayed from January, and it's going to be in February, and they're making some last-minute changes to it, and it will launch here in February. So, first off, I just want to say, don't hold your breath on February. It might even come March or April or whatever, you know. Just because they say February now doesn't mean it's actually going to launch now, but they did put out a blog post talking about all the different details and stuff about it, and it's actually really interesting. So, without further ado, let's break it all down and let's talk about it. So, Treyarch says, after wrapping up on the recent CWL Pro League Qualifiers in Columbus and taking in additional Call of Duty World League feedback regarding the upcoming launch of League Play, we're updating our game plan to make the Black Ops 4 competitive experience even better. Our goal has always been to help make the CWL as exciting as possible, and we're adapting some core gameplay mechanics to set the stage for an incredible 2019 season for players and fans alike. First, we've huddled with the Call of Duty World League team as well as pro players and some members of the team management to evolve the CWL rule set. Our goal is to more closely match how the pros play while embracing the diverse toolset of Black Ops 4 that allows for those big exciting plays that make the game so darn fun to watch. We believe these carefully considered updates will improve the future of competitive play for the pros on stage and more widely for our ranked players at home. So now let's go over what will be going live this week in Black Ops 4 for the new CWL rule set and what is updated. And this includes all the new restrictions with all the previous restrictions still active. So the new restrictions are that Ajax is fully restricted, same with Torque. For Prophet, the Seeker is restricted, Firebreak, the Reactor Core is restricted, Seraph is the TAC Beacon, and then the Dart and the RCXD score streaks are restricted as well. They also say that Zero's Ice Pick and EMD's Disruptor and any new specialist content that we release in the future will remain out of competitive play by default until or unless deemed viable through the CWL organization. They say with these new restrictions in place, players who choose Prophet, Firebreak, or Seraph will still be able to equip the Trophy System, Combat Axe, Frag, Molotov, or Concussion in their equipment slot. These changes are a direct result of feedback and coordination with the competitive community, and we can't wait to see how it all plays out in the ranked play and at future CWL 2019 events. So, now specifically let's talk about league play. So Treyarch says that aside from the new CWL rule set, we're also making fundamental changes to how we're approaching league play in the World League Hub based on feedback from the competitive community, particularly the ranked fans at home who gave us detailed responses of what they enjoyed about previous iterations of league play and how Black Ops 4's competitive offering could change for the better. They say, we know many of our competitive players loved league play in Black Ops 2, and some still consider it to be the gold standard. We're big fans too. However, we are also aware of the problems that were inherent of the design of our very first in-game competitive feature set that launched back in 2012. So these are some things that they said that were wrong with the original league play that launched in Black Ops 2. They said at roughly 1 month intervals, league play seasons were too long, resulting in a high volume of inactive players and, quote, dead ladders, watering down the feeling of competition. Players who missed out on significant portions of seasons felt like there was no way for them to catch up on other players in their ladders, leading many to stop playing and thus exacerbating the dead ladder problem. They said league play is a lower population playlist relative to the rest of multiplayer, and it's the only portion of multiplayer that relies on skill-based matchmaking. As such, time to find matches can lengthen with the league play population subdivided by skill ranges. Ladder groupings were too large, leaving many participants feeling disconnected from the most of the players they were competing with for positions. League play division ranks were directly tied to each player's skill rating under the hood, which meant that most players settled into a rank early on, and was frustrating not being able to change that skill rating over time. Treyarch says that with every new design of a system, we start by identifying the problems to solve from the previous iterations, and the league play system in Black Ops 4 has been designed to avoid these shortcomings and accomplish some new key goals. So these are specific things that Treyarch is doing to design league play to actually tackle those issues that were in Black Ops 2's league play and those things we just barely discussed. So they said that running league play events more frequently and in shorter duration makes ladders feel like more meaningful competitions with consistent movement against a smaller pool of competitors. Events are considered and timed to drive the highest player counts and achieve healthy matchmaking with a faster time to find matches. There's a shorter duration events, more closely match how pros compete in the weekend tournaments, like 2Ks. Our intent is for events in the World League Hub to feel closer to how the pros compete. Ladder competition will feel familiar. Climb the ladder by winning ladder points, but lose ladder points and you may drop position. The goal with each league play event is to always end as high as on the ladder as possible. Treyarch says that they're also introducing a new progressive rank system that persists across all individual league play and other World League Hub events, and this is how it's going to work. So they say over the course of your competitive career, you'll advance a permanent rank that reflects your performance across all events. Performing better in events and participating more often will result in faster rank progression. The final placement in ladders determines how you advance your rank overall, giving ladder events a competitive tournament feel with the most credit given for reaching first place and winning a league play event. If you place first in a league play event, and your rank will be upgraded permanently to reflect your victory. Further upgrades are possible for multiple first place finishes over time, and a streak indicator that is displayed when you place first in back-to-back events. They say the matchmaking in the World League Hub will always be prioritized by skill, so competitors will always feel competitive at their skill level. Treyarch goes on to say that against this backdrop, we want our fans to know that we've heard them loud and clear on the desire to have ranked play available on all the time, as opposed to having 3 to 4 day events with downtime in between. This is a good time to mention that the intervals between league play events were designed to be filled with a different type of ranked play called World League Gauntlets, a feature which will not be ready to launch alongside the World League Hub, hence the reason for the initial announcement of a scrims period of downtime during these breaks to fill the gaps. So we have another feature called World League Gauntlets that is going to be coming a little bit later, but Treyarch goes on to say that due to popular demand, league play at launch will now include events that span across the full week, removing scrims from their ranked schedule until we're ready to go live with the World League Gauntlets, which will also allow you to contribute to rank by completing a longer series of wins before striking out with 3 losses. Say you'll also earn multiplayer XP and black market tier progression as you play ranked matches, so there's never a moment lost as you compete for rank. As they say, support for teams and clans will also follow later in the 2019 season as feature additions to the World League Hub. Because we're investing the additional time and development into making Black Ops 4's competitive play as robust as possible, the World League Hub will serve as the 4th pillar of Black Ops 4's core gameplay offerings going forward. This means you'll see a new main menu when you boot up the game with World League as its own showcase mode between multiplayer and Blackout when it launches. So Treyarch showed this image with this blog post. So this is what the new menu is going to look like for the game. So now Black Ops 4, they're trying to tout Black Ops 4 as having 4 huge modes with it. So you're going to have multiplayer, World League, Blackout, and Zombies as well. So a full 4 kind of huge like pillars and modes of the game. I mean, plus you still have the specialist missions, the sort of campaign in there as well. So I guess totally 5 kind of modes and stuff going with Black Ops 4. So that's honestly really exciting and pretty cool. They say they're also moving CWL custom games over from multiplayer to the World League Hub so that players won't need to go into multiplayer custom games and change settings to play with the new official rule set. This means competitive games will be faster and easier to play, and it consolidates all Pro Series competitive gameplay into one location. This feature will go live alongside the launch of the World League Hub. Given these changes to the league play structure, we're taking a few extra weeks to implement and test these new changes, and the launch of the World League Hub and League Play is now slated for our next major game update planned for mid-February, first on PlayStation 4. So in 17 days from now is actually when the new operation is going to start, and this is when the next major game update is set to launch, is with this new operation, as well as new additions to the Blackout map, the new multiplayer maps, and a new Zombies map and stuff. So the next huge update, basically DLC 2 or Season 3 for Black Ops 4, is when we're going to be getting this update with the World League Hub and League Play. Treyarch says because this is a part of a larger game update with a lot of moving pieces between developer, publisher, and first-party platforms, the specific day of the release is still being finalized with all parties in the release process, and we announced as we get closer to it. League Play will be an even better experience for ranked play and pro players with a new competitive rule set, the addition of CWO custom games, and ranked play progression for every day of the week. To get everybody prepped for League Play until then, we're planning to launch a limited-time Pro Series Mosh Pit public match playlist later this week, where all players get to use the updated competitive rule set. Restrictions on specialists, maps, modes, weapons, equipment, attachments, perks, score streaks, wildcards, and gear will reflect the rules governing League Play. So this is the perfect time to set up your favorite new competitive classes before our first League Play event kicks off. Because this playlist for public matches is not a part of the World League Hub, it will use public matchmaking rules, it will be unranked and will not support skill-based matchmaking, and will allow players to join matches in progress. And then lastly, for this blog post, they talk about the CWL Pro League Qualifiers, and there's going to be a whole bunch of events and stuff in 2019, and that the second open event of the 2019 season is on March 15th through 17th at CWL Fort Worth. And you guys can watch that at twitch.tv/Call of Duty. And you guys can check out the blog post for a little bit more details about that. But we have a brand new playlist in multiplayer right now that is actually, you're able to play and use these new competitive rules. So it's kind of like a pseudo League Play in the meantime. It's kind of like, this little fake League Play thing where you can actually, play this new fun, awesome, basically League Play with all these competitive rules and stuff. But it is through public matches and stuff. It doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, but I'm sure, you're still going to be able to find all these super sweaties and other competitive people in there as well. So should be a good time. They're saying that they're going to launch this mid-February, but it also might actually not come with this major update. But they're hoping to kind of, have it go in that same time as well. So it'll probably launch that day on the 19th, first on PlayStation 4, and then a week later on Xbox and PC. And yeah, so I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work with Xbox and PC. And with the Pro League and stuff, I'm assuming that Xbox and PC just don't get any of that stuff. And it doesn't really even matter for them, but the Pro League and all that stuff is for PlayStation. But that's pretty much it for this video. That is all the details we've gotten so far about League Play. Pretty exciting stuff. League Play is going to be coming hopefully mid-February, but you never know, it might get delayed again. So we'll just have to wait and see. Sounds like a really good time, and I can't actually wait for it. It should be really fun to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.